Esto es la carátula interior del nuevo álbum. Se llama Accident of Birth. Maybe this is very obvious. So what's the meaning of accident of birth? I can think about like you were born together in a way in a Number of the Beast, but maybe that's not the explanation.
Yeah, well, it's one explanation. There's lots of accidents of birth, and I was an accident of birth. You know, I mean, this is a Catholic country, isn't it? Now, this will really piss everybody off. See, my mother tried to have an abortion, and it didn't work. And so I was an accident of birth. So I thought that was kind of, well, not amusing, but to find out about it at the age of, 30-something, was like, wow, good name for a record. Then I thought there was lots of, the way that the record was born was an accident, because I didn't intend to get rid of Skunk Works, but it happened, so that was, and then getting back together with Roy was, nothing was planned. And so everything came together accidentally, and it was really cool.
As Roy mainly focused on the music part, you took the part of in charge of the lyrics and all the name of the album, Accident of Birth, and all the ideas of.
Well, you can't really separate the two things out. I mean, yeah, I write the words and a lot of the tunes, and I wrote one or two bits of guitar. I stress one or two. But in general, that's the way it kind of worked out, and I like working that way because I get off on guitar players. I really like getting off on riffs and trying to add something to it and build on it. And there's Roy and Adrian are great guys to work with because they understand melody and they understand space. You've got to have some space in the song, even some really fucking kick-ass, steaming, driving song. You've got to have a groove in it, and there's got to be some space for things to happen. That's what's different in this band to a lot of other metal bands, is that there's a heartbeat to it. Even when we're playing real fast and everything else, it's not, the rhythms aren't kind of jagged and ugly. They're like real smooth and powerful.
You wanted a video and then place it right here in the middle. Maybe it's a song you like, the video you like the most. Which is the song that...
Well, it's not the video. Actually, I haven't even seen this video yet because we've been on the road since they edited it. But we just thought we'd put it in the middle. So we'd make sure we had a heavy one at the end, some in... This is a pretty cool song. We actually did it in Spanish as well. But not on the video. By the time we did it in Spanish, we'd already shot the video. But this is Man of Sorrows, and it's about the childhood of a guy called Aleister Crowley, who spent his whole life trying to be the Antichrist. Hey, sorry about that. The Pope's not going to like this show, is he?
Okay, I have Man of Sorrows and Headbangers. What is Adrian Smith doing right now? Because we know you're still working in the Psycho Motel project. And which are your future plans? Your second album is going to be released soon.
Well, it's out in Japan. It came out in Japan 2 months ago. We're going to get it out at the beginning of next year, and I'm going to be doing some touring at the beginning of next year, sort of February, March, April time. And we have a new singer. So it's a lineup change from the first album, but I'm pretty excited about the album. It came out very, very well.
What are you gonna do in terms of your the live show? What are you playing now in Santiago, for instance? In terms of including all Maiden songs, because the two of you are together.
Yeah. Well, we wanted to do a few. I mean, as long as they fit in with the new stuff we're doing. Obviously, the set is built around the new record. That's the most important thing. We chose some Maiden songs that fit in with the new stuff we're doing, and we're having fun playing them, and the audience enjoys listening to them. We haven't got a problem playing, old Maiden stuff. The stuff that, Bruce and I wrote when we were in the band,
You'll enjoy it. We enjoy it.
And as we're watching now, or we're gonna watch a video from Scanworks album, Back from the Edge. What was the thing that it didn't work with the Scanworks in terms of the band, maybe the music or the way you were feeling? And
well, first of all, I mean, everybody knew me as being this kind of old metal singer, and the kids who were in Skunkworks were very much into the kind of, you know, alternative thing and everything. So, you know, the old metal fans didn't accept the alternative sound, and the alternative fans didn't accept, you know, the old metal singer, you know. So that was difficult. Ultimately, after about a year, I think the difference in where they wanted to go and where I wanted to go, we just sort of got together and in a very friendly way said, hey, this is not going to work on the next record, you know. But having said that, I think Skunkworks a really cracking record. I think it's a really good record, and it's not one that I regret doing, because we did some great music, and maybe it's just kind of anecdotal evidence, but I'm getting journalists now who didn't like it 6 months ago, and they keep listening to it and they're going, you know, it was a great record. It's a shame we never gave it good reviews at the time. But there's, you know, sometimes that's the best way, you know, because I've built up, you know, with Tattooed and Balls and Skunkworks, I've built up a history of very different rock records, and all of them in their own way are very individual, and all of them I think have got some very good music on there, and it's led up to Accident of Birth. I couldn't have made Accident of Birth without doing Skunkworks, and you know, so it's just built up to this, and now it's so good live, you know. I mean, the band, all of us, is so good it's stupid, you know, and I just get this huge, I can't believe some nights I'm playing with it, and I haven't had a feeling like that since the very first time I went out touring with Maiden on the Number of the Beast tour, when it was just like there was somebody else on stage with you some nights, and it was like, wow, where is all this vibe coming from, you know? And it's a real trip, and I think we can do it again on the next record. We're going to try anyhow.
This is an amazing video. This is an amazing video. The Back from the Edge video.
Yeah,
Good lungs.
Yeah. It's a
Water video.
It's all one take.
It's all one take. Es decir, está todo hecho de una toma. Back from the Edge, the Skunkworks, Bruce Dickinson. Bueno, ya saben, Bruce Dickinson está de vuelta con un nuevo álbum que se llama Accident of Birth, y nos encontramos con él de nuevo para entrar también en un periodo que tiene más que ver con heavy metal, and in a way you're doing something just to we were talking about this. AC/DC was huge on tour in Latin America. Kiss brought the whole thing, and Motley Crue is back, although it has nothing to do with Iron Maiden. And maybe this is gonna sound like real stupid, but is there any chance of Iron Maiden getting back together? What do you feel? No, never.
Well, here's the deal. We made great music for many, many years, and I don't think you can relive that by just getting back together again. I don't think that the reputation of Kiss has really, a lot of people went to see them, but I'm not sure that musically it's done them a great deal of good, you know. It's a one-time thing, and all the kids who went, hey, I never saw them live, come out, they go see them, and they say, okay, that's it, and then they're not interested in Kiss ever again, because they went, oh, I saw them now, and it was okay, you know. So I want to keep Maiden, the memories, kind of special, and I mean, it's not always true. I mean, you know, maybe when the Black Sabbath thing gets back together, that'd be really cool, you know. I mean, but so it can happen, but in general I'm very skeptical about reunions. In any case, Steve doesn't want to do it. He's making music now very, very different to what we're doing on Accident of Birth. You can hear the difference, and that's cool, because people can follow both bands. There's no law that says you have to take sides. It's not about that. It's just about rock and roll. enjoy yourself.
Still in touch. I heard that you work with Dave Murray in one song, and are you still in touch with the guys from Maiden? I mean, maybe answers from.
I've been, excuse me, I've been friends with Dave since we were 15 years old, you know, so we're always going to be friends. And Dave actually came down and played on the new Psycho Mattel record. You know, I thought it'd be nice for just the vibe, you know, to play with Dave. We do some harmony stuff, and you know, on one song, which is cool. I see a bit of Nico. Nico came to see the show when we played in London. Yeah, it's all pretty cool, you know. Yeah, we see each other. Yeah.
Yannick's. Again, I mean, I've known Yannick since I was 19. Yeah, but before that, I mean, I first met Yannick when I was in Samson, and he was in White Spirit, and we were on the same bill together, and we just kept in touch over all those years. And he lives like 500 meters from me, so we just, you know, we go out when I'm home, and when he's home, you know, we go out all the time, you know, just down the pub. Just the usual stuff, you know.
That's the good thing about, like, I watched Iron Maiden a couple of times in the last tour, and they were playing very cool places, like 500 in the United States, yeah. The Edge, Fort Lauderdale, yeah. Cool places, and I just got the same impression. I mean, there's some certain element of coolness about playing, like, not here in Latin America, but in the US, play like small clubs, feeling that rush again.
Yeah, I mean, we used to do, you know, huge gigs with Maiden, and we had a big production and the whole 9 yards. But you know, there is something nice about stripping everything down and saying, well, this is just the music. We're playing these songs, and getting the excitement, you know, like that. And you can do that in a small club. You can't do it in an arena because you have to have a show. You have to have all the lights. People can't see you properly, you know. But,
I want to thank you very much for this chance of doing Headbangers again. And Roy, maybe you can introduce this last video, and me dices por qué te gusta Road to Hell.
Bueno, me gusta Road to Hell porque es una canción muy buena, pero Road to Hell fue una canción la primera canción que Adrián y Bruce hicieron desde que se reunieron, y es una canción que tiene el sonido que ellos siempre han hecho, y esta es la canción que se llama Road to Hell.
That's ahora viene el fight.